Hello and welcome. My name is William and I've got a story to share with you. This was an excerpt from the Kill 6 Billion Demons webcomic, which was written by the screen name Abbadon. And this story is called The Lie of the Iron Plum. There was once a king named Payam who sat at the right hand of his son's throne and ruled a place of burnished gold and fire and dispensed justice in all things. It was let known once that Payam had grown an extraordinary plum, enormous in size, with adamant skin that was burnished as a breastplate and 50 times as hardy. Payam was desirous of a pillow friend, of fiery heart and excellent skill with their mouth, and let know that whosoever could break the skin of that plum with their teeth, he would swear to share his bed with for 3 nights, in whatever disposition they may desire. Many gods were in attendance at Payam's hall on the first day, and even more on the second day. But when the third day of this strange contest, few remained who had not tested their mettle, for the plum remained implacable and immaculate, and turned away many with sore teeth and roiling frustration in their brains. A great cry rose up, and his son was called forth from the 23rd clockwise palace of Carbon, where his son had been meditating on the point of a 30-acre long spear of crystallized time. In companionship with his son was Hansa, who followed along. "See this Payam!" cried the gods. "He deceives us! He cruelly abuses our lustful hearts!" His son was very fond of plums, and immediately grasped the iron plum and took a long, succulent bite, praising its merits to the amazement of all. "How?" wailed the attended. "Why, it is a plum of flesh, and quite ripe as well," said his son plainly, and indeed, it was apparent to those gathered that it was the case. The plum was passed around and touched, and indeed, it was sensual and soft and pliant. Hansa was not so convinced. "It is still a plum of iron," said he. "There is some trickery here, O master of masters." "Indeed it is so," said his son, and it was again apparent to those gathered that the flesh of that plum was as hard and impermeable as a fortress. "How can it be so?" said Hansa. "How comes this fickle nature? Plums and the 50 winds are not so alike, I think." His son said, "I told you of this, and, believing it, it was so. We are all secret kings of our own tower. In truth, it is whichever shape you prefer. In truth, there is no plum at all, just as there is no sun. A plum has no shape, form, or color at all. In truth, but these are all things I find pleasing about it. A plum has no taste at all, for it has no flesh or substance. But I find its sweetness intoxicating. A plum is a thing that does not exist, but it is my favorite fruit." "A pipe is a thing that does exist, and it is my favorite pastime," said Hansa, lacking understanding and growing in cynicism. "What a paradox," said his son, smiling. "I shall share my love tenderly with Payam." And that is the story. of the lie of the plum. And I hope to see you again next time. I hope you enjoyed the story. Catch you around.